Arsenal fans and football fans in general, Arsenal are into the semi-final of the Champions League after a 1-0 aggregate win. Yesterday, the Champions League was played at the Emirates Stadium and it ended 0-0 Arsenal, Sporting Lisbon 0. So we are through to the Champions League final. It was not the prettiest of games, but it was a solid and well fought defensive performance from Arsenal. So this is a huge win. And why? Because we are into the semi-final for the second season in a row, which is the first time in our history. Actually, Arsenal have only played 4 Champions League semi-finals in the entire history of over 140 years plus. But first, let's listen to the Champions League anthem because this is a huge moment. Lovely anthem from Champions League, and what a huge achievement for Arsenal because the importance of this win is huge for the club in general and also for our progression in Europe as well because we needed to get a huge boost in this week that could define our season. So first game that we have played, we are now officially into the semi-final of the Champions League, of course, together with Atletico Madrid, together with Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. So these are the final 4 teams, the best 4 teams in Europe, and you can see how close we are to the big trophy. The big ears trophy is now very close and it's in our sight. And the advantage is we will be starting away at Atletico. Then Paris Saint-Germain will be starting away at Bayern Munich. And if you look, Bayern Munich and Arsenal, they are the top 2 teams in the group stage or the group phase. So that advantage is there that we are going to start away, meaning that the second leg will be played at the Emirates Stadium. So this is a huge moment for Arsenal fans all over the world. It was not the prettiest game as well, but let us take a look at the lineups that started that game yesterday night. So game finished 0-0 as we said, and regarding the lineups, there were a few changes that were made by Mikel Arteta, of course, due to the injuries and due to the rotation that is needed in this part of the season. Goalkeeper was David Raya as usual. Then the back 4 of Hincapie, who replaced Miles Lewis Kelly at left back, Gabriel Saliba and Mosquera. Mosquera came in for Ben White at right back, and he is quite pacey as well. In the middle of the field was Rice and Zubimendi won player of the match, an improved performance by him. And the number 10 came in Eze instead of Havertz. Then Martinelli and Madueke on the wings, and then the striking was Victor Gyökeres. So on the other side, you can see Sporting also made a few changes. Quaresma came in for Fresneda, and also Hulman, the captain, came in. But the other squad was the same squad that played. Katamo, Diamande, Inacio, Araujo, Morita, Porte, and Trincao all were present in the first leg. So this is the squad that was tasked with the chance to take us to the semi-final. And I can say there were a few improved performances, especially by Zubimendi. Eze also played very well, but it was a very quiet attacking display. For the substitutes came in Havertz, Daumann, Gabriel Jesus, and Trossard as well. So all attacking changes to try and finish off the game, but all teams were defensively solid. If you look at the odds, the game ended in a draw, meaning the odd of 4.41 was the one which was needed. So plenty of people predicted a draw. I predicted a draw. I didn't invest, so that means we are not able to get that money. So you can see the form table. We are now starting to improve. Else. But now we got a draw, and in the month of April, we usually don't win. So but that draw was crucial because it now gotten us into the semi-final of the Champions League. Yeah. So huge performance defensively by the Gunners. I want to shout out Gabriel Saliba, Nkapi and Mosquera. All of them, you can see they are centre backs, and they proved why we have the best defense in Europe. Another clean sheet by David Raya, which extended its record of clean sheets in the Champions League to 8. Now he has 8 Champions League. He only needs 2 more clean sheets to break the record for the most Champions Leagues in the history of the competition. And in the other game, it ended 4-3 to Bayern Munich. It was a fantastic game of football, goals galore everywhere. Then there was a Camavinga red card at the end of it, and that means Real Madrid, who are the kings of this competition, have been knocked out. And if you look at this competition, the heavyweights have been knocked out. Liverpool won 6 Champions Leagues out. Real Madrid 15 out. AC Milan, who have won 7 out. Barcelona have won 5 Champions League out. So there are big teams that have been eliminated at this stage. Manchester City have also won Champions League, Chelsea. So plenty of heavyweights have been removed from this Champions League, and that's why it is a huge achievement for Arsenal to reach the semi-final. And also we are going to be facing Atletico Madrid, who are defensively sound as well. So regarding the team, Madueke came off with an injury, which is yet to be seen whether he will be able to face Man City, but we hope that he will be fine for that game. But second successive Champions League semi-final, it is history for Arsenal. This is something that we have never done, and it will be written and remembered in the history books. And one of our main strengths is our defense. Yeah. And that is something that we used yesterday to the full effect. Our attack is not firing as of now, but our defense is very solid. So we managed to dump out the Portuguese champions, and Arteta is saying don't take for granted what we have done. What we have done is very difficult. People might look at it like you have still not won trophies, get over the line, but reaching semi-final for the Champions League with all those teams that were there, 36 teams, and now there are remaining 4 teams. It is a huge achievement. So we are yet to see Saka and Timber back, but we hope that they'll be back for the Manchester City game, which I'll be doing a preview tomorrow. And now we can go there to the Etihad believing that we can come out with a win or something, because the title race is not starting to heat up and it is wide open. So the game did not have many highlights, but we just have to enjoy the moment. Usually say enjoy the moment. You don't know tomorrow, you don't know how next season will be. So we have reached the Champions League semi-final in back-to-back season, and we have made only 2 previous Champions League semi-finals before this, which was in 2005-06 and 2008-09. And then Sporting CP, the 10th consecutive Portuguese club to fail to progress from a Champions League quarter final since Porto. And then at 1-0 aggregate, it was the lowest scoring quarter final since Man City beat Atletico 1-0 in 21-22. We have kept 13 clean sheets in 18 Champions League home matches. That is a fantastic record. 13 clean sheets in 18 Champions League. That defense is scary. And Sporting have failed to score in 8 of their 10 knockout matches in the Champions League. So those are some of the statistics, and as well with the build-up and the hype for the Man City versus Arsenal at the Etihad. I'll be doing a preview for that tomorrow as well, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, so interesting game that is coming up. But also I'm looking forward to Atletico Madrid. Yeah, and you can see Mikel Arteta is a guy under pressure. He knows that this season he must deliver. But so far so good. He's doing a very good job competing at the highest level, top of the Premier League in the Champions League semi-finals. It is not a bad season. If any team would tell them that in April you'll be in the semi-final of the Champions League, you have already played the Carabao Cup final, even though you have not won, and they will be top of the league by 6 points. Most teams will take that, and for us as Arsenal fans, let us enjoy the moment. We can criticize the performances attacking wise, but there is a lot to improve. And also Arteta said the team is not perfect, but there is more to come, and we need to have that fire going into the Manchester City game. Captain Declan Rice is also inspired from saying that bring on the last couple of weeks, because he knows this is the business end of the season. Yeah, this is where trophies are won. This is where superstars are made. This is where legends are written in history. You will be remembered for what you did at this period of the season. Nobody cares what you did in September, October, November. It is in the crucial stages, April, May, is when you will be remembered for what you did for this club. And as you can see, it's a very interesting weekend that is coming up of Premier League action. Brentford, Fulham, Leeds, Wolves, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Spurs versus Brighton, Chelsea versus United in a big top 4 clash. Then on Sunday, there's Aston Villa, Sunderland, Everton versus Liverpool in the Merseyside derby. Huge game. Then there's Nottingham Forest versus Burnley, another huge game in the relegation battle. And then the title decider, Manchester City versus Arsenal. Winner of this game is likely to go on and win the title. So this was the preview and the reaction to the yesterday's match. Very proud of that performance, defensive display. Let us keep the belief going up. A lot to improve as well. But we also need to understand that we need some of our players back. Saka especially, and Timber, very huge important players. We need them back. And of course, we need to improve in the attacking areas as well. But let us enjoy the moment. Champions League semi-final. These moments don't come easily. It's difficult. It is not guaranteed. And you can see the kind of heavyweights that have been dumped out in the competition. So 2 more games and we will be in the final. Exciting times are coming, and let us now focus all our attention on Manchester City in the title race. This could be the title decider. So this is the Arsenal Pulse, and as always, subscribe, follow and share. Want to build a community of Gunners who are patriotic and loyal, and who support the team, and who believe that this team will deliver trophies as well. So I will leave you with the Champions League anthem for the final time as well. Fantastic anthem. So see you tomorrow in the preview, the Man City versus Arsenal game. Peace out.